Hey guys, welcome back to Pop Culture with Pat. Today we are talking about the new film, Watch the Skies.
Nobody knows what happened to my dad. I don't feel normal.
You mean it's not normal to think your father was kidnapped by aliens?
When nobody believes a young woman's belief that a UFO abducted her father, she has no choice but to turn to the local group of skywatching misfits for help. Together, they dive into a high-stakes adventure that defines the law and challenges the boundaries of reality. And so Watch the Skies is directed by Crazy Pictures and stars Inez as Denise and Jesper as Lennart, our two lead characters here. And so with the opening of the film, we're introduced to a young Denise and her father who's determined to prove the existence of extraterrestrial intelligence and is willing to do so by any means necessary. And after uncovering some information, Denise's father ends up leaving and never returns. We then fast forward into the 90s where Denise is now a teenager and she still thinks that her dad's out there and she's determined to find him wherever he may be. But since no one believes her, thinking that her dad was abducted, she reluctantly turns to the group that her father used to be a part of, UFO Sweden, which is a group of skywatching misfits searching for the truth. And from there, the sci-fi adventure that ensues as a little Steven Spielberg's Close Encounters of the Third Kind meets a little Stranger Things and a whole lot of heart. One of the themes in Watch the Sky is family founds, and while initially Denise is hesitant to reach out to UFO Sweden, as the film goes along, she starts to realize that she has a lot more in common with these people, specifically Lennart, than she initially thought that she might have. And I would say the adventure aspect of the film harkens audiences back to favorite films from both the 80s and the 90s, and it has an amazing soundtrack and score to pair with it as well as you go along this journey. Honestly, I thought the whole cast was great here, led by Inez, who plays Denise in the film, and then you have Jesper, who plays Lennart, and I really enjoyed their dynamic and their relationship as it unfolds throughout this movie. When they first meet, they kind of clash and butt heads, but as the film goes on, they kind of develop sort of this father-daughter relationship. And so I really enjoyed that. Was probably one of my favorite aspects of the film. But honestly, the whole cast, minus like one character of UFO Sweden, they were all really lovable. Both from a cinematography standpoint and a musical standpoint, I thought this film did a great job of creating this fun, adventure-filled atmosphere that invoked a lot of nostalgia for me as someone who grew up in the 90s. And it's also the first theatrical full-length feature to use AI for immersive dubbing, which I thought was really interesting, and I loved how they got the original actors to dub the English version of the film. Because you know, sometimes if you guys have watched foreign films, and sometimes they'll get English voice actors to dub a film that it was in another language, and sometimes you just kind of feel you lose a little bit of that authenticity. So where they were able to get the same actors to do this, they kept their accents. I just thought it kept a little bit of that authenticity that you miss sometimes with those other films. And by no means is it 100% perfect. The technology is still, I believe, pretty new. So there were a couple times here and there where maybe the mouth wasn't lining up quite with what they were saying. But for the most part, I thought it was really impressive, and I'm interested to see how this might improve going forward. Overall, guys, I absolutely loved Watch the Skies. This is definitely a film that I would say, if it is playing around you, check it out on the big screen. I love the visuals. The score was amazing. I have it on Spotify now, so I'm going to be listening to that on repeat. But it just reminds me of those Steven Spielberg films that I grew up on. The Stranger Things, which is one of my more favorite shows of all time. I feel like we don't get enough of these type of shows, these movies, and so it was really cool to see one of these again. And yeah, as far as the score goes, I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. If you guys are into things like Close Encounters of the Third Kind, E.T., Stranger Things, anything along those lines, I definitely think you guys should check this out. And if you guys get a chance to, I want to hear what your guys' thoughts are. So let me know down below in the comments. If you guys are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button as well as the bell button next to it. That way you get notifications for all my new videos. Give this video a thumbs up. And as always, guys, please make sure to check back for more Pop Culture with Pat.